Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope that you are doing absolutely fantastic. So if you're new, I'm not Jewish or anything, but I do have a Hebraic descent, and I do keep Shabbat, and I acknowledge it, okay? So I apologize for my camera, people. If you're returning, welcome back. Those of you who are brand new to this channel, first of all, I'm just myself, obviously, I'm very intense on my channel, not because I choose to be, but that's just the way the Great One uses me. And we have been in judgment type energies, and we should actually be quick to judge something all the day long when things come across our path, right? So anyway, you are going to hear information on my channel that's very disturbing, okay? But because we look at criminal activity and moral activity that Jehovah Elohim wants to address in the earth, because his eyes see everything, okay? The host of heaven, there's nothing that he has not seen and judged. And have you ever just opened up the scripture and found some stuff in there? All kinds of stuff, and all kinds of people are found in that book. But I'm not churchy or religious, so if you are new, just to understand that I'm not churchy or religious, but I do have a Hebraic descent. I do love Jehovah Elohim. He is magnificent on my channel, and if you stick around, you'll learn him, and he is an Elohim of war against wickedness. All right, not to start war, but of wickedness. And I tried to do a video for y'all, and I looked at the last 24 hours, the now, and the next 24 hours, and there's going to be some, so I'm just going to tell you what will come out. And I'm going to tell you what happened after I turned the camera off, okay? Because you just don't speak just to be speaking. Somebody's in danger, first of all, for something that they've done. I mean, this person could be being put down just given what Jehovah brought out the other day, because somebody's crossed the line and they've been wicked and done some stuff because somebody's got some mental issues. Okay, we're dealing with somebody who is also known or gets up in front of people, and they've just crossed the line. They've just crossed the line. But we had two cards that came out in that little reading just a minute ago that stated that somebody was under judgment, and I just made it very general. The card actually said on one of the cards, it says there's judgment for sex with your sibling. And the other card that I pulled out said there was a judgment for sleeping with your uncle, but still family, okay? After I turned the camera off, because the outcome was third-party collaboration, and the magician was there, and that somebody who gets up and leads clans and has all that they need to produce whatever they do, and they're very manipulative and stuff like that, and the Two of Swords was there, and that's a crossway person, and the deck that I was using states that somebody just pretending like there ain't no problem. They don't want to make a decision because they know that there is a problem. They know that they have slept with a family member and has done something, or has some type of a desire towards somebody that's in their family. It's nastiness. It's nastiness, and that kind of stuff needs to be out of our earth, and Jehovah has a lot to say about that stuff. And so after I turned off the camera, Jehovah put the name Absalom in my spirit, and I wasn't even thinking about that. I mean, those cards have come out before on a judgment, and but Jehovah had me go read. And Absalom was the brother of Tamar, who had a half-brother, Amnon, who lusted after his sister, and he acted like he was sick and everything, and asked his dad to bring his sister in to cook before him, and he raped her, and brought real nastiness to his family, okay? And his brother, after a couple of years, took revenge and killed him. And somebody is in danger for doing something with a family member and degrading somebody within it. Because somebody crazy, okay? Somebody crazy now because of what they did, or how many people they maybe have done even that to more people than one in the family. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know I'm talking to somebody, because you just don't bring that stuff out, just nothing, okay? And like I said, he dropped the name Absalom in my spirit and wasn't even thinking about that story, okay? And it was there. It was there, and somebody has done a grave evil to their family, and so if you love your family, because the magician was there, and that is a physician, somebody needs a physician, or they're going to be put down, given what Jehovah's already brought out. Okay, so somebody's done some real cuckoo things, and this could be somebody in a royal family, or has lineage from something like that. I mean, just given that it happened to the king's kid, King David and his family. And I want to say in that story, it was his uncle or King David's brother that even suggested to Amnon, however you say his name, what to do with his sister that he just lusted after. That's nasty behavior in people's family, and we are dealing with kooks in the earth. And so some of these people that are crosswayed and have a line of confusion on them, and that's exactly what the moral law tells us, that if you lay down with a family member, you get a line of confusion on you. And that's why some people have this stuff going on in their head, because they've done something and they can't face it. Remember, we had, and that was the Magician card, which would, and I'm not saying, if you're upright, you're upright, but that would be Gemini energy. We had the little Page of Swords that was there. We had the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in the last 24 hours, which also represents something very spiritual, and a queen, and the other woman and passion. And the now was the little page, and it stated that there was going to be some truth that was going to come with that tact. Okay, so here it is. And but it is what it is, because Jehovah's the one that brought it out. Which is swords and mental things as well, checking people out and gossipy stuff, and if now somebody's under some type of investigation because of all that stuff, because that card can also represent private investigators, because somebody's kook. Okay, and they're dealing with somebody who gets up and leads clans of people, but just because they got money and they get up and they do spiritual acts, or they're known or whatever, they think they can just do whatever and hold people up. Well, you can't, because your time is up, because there's collaboration against you, because you're brought out. There's a judgment now on this. And so then we had the Two of Swords and the outcome, and the Three of Pentacles and the Magician. And then at the bottom of the deck was the Truth, the Ace of Swords. And there was also probably a conception out of the deal for some people. Okay, so whatever that is for you, or whoever's connected to this, or you're just a bystander listening to what Jehovah's bringing out for the people to know. Because Five Swords in all was what was portrayed by the time I got done pulling the cards, and that's a defeat, and this person's going to get defeated. I don't care who they are, how big and bad they think they are, and what I can produce, and how much money I have, and I'm just going to hold you up because I'm just going to pretend, because I'm a great pretender. It's funny because I stated that there was a fool here, and the Magician jumped out, and in that story it talks about I want to say the word actually came out about a fool or something like that in the story itself. So let Jehovah Elohim speak on. So I just, instead of doing another reading, I ended up deleting it because I felt so, I don't know, I was just like, I just don't even want to upload that. But Jehovah just said, no, I want you to go read about Absalom. And I went to go look up that story, and it was all there. It was all there. And so I thought, well, let's get on and I'll just give the word. Somebody's in danger. And if you love your family member enough to get somebody healed because they're a kook, then you'll get them to a doctor because they got a line of confusion on, and they are affecting a lot of people. Again, because the Magician card is the Aleph head, which is somebody gets up and leads large amounts of people and lays foundations within people, and that's a kook. That's a kook. And somebody fixing to get defeated. Don't care who they are, what they think they're doing. They're not that skilled, because Jehovah just called somebody out, and they're getting judged now. And they need to go take a pill, or they're going to be taken out completely and die for what they've done to a family member, because that's a disgraceful thing. So I'm just bringing the word. Okay. So until next time, I'll be back to actually do a reading later. Shalom.